clear. Winging it together, grab a beer, grab a beer.
What's going on? Grab a beer, ladies and gentlemen, because it is that time again where you tune into the best sporting podcast out there, especially in Australia.
Especially for the Eagles.
Especially for the Eagles, 100%.
Yes.
Couple of mates getting together, having a beer, talking about their favourite footy team.
It's more of a cry than a talk nowadays, Doggo.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a whimper, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny because it was funny before, because you were saying it's today again, guys. We've got the Miller Genuine Draft.
Miller's Draft. Little story behind this one. The six-pack has been sitting in the fridge for a little while. Good mate of mine, a fellow retro stadium champ that comes in here very often, bought us a nice warm six-pack of Miller's Genuine Draft for I think maybe Christmas or something. And I was like, okay, thanks, man. And it's going down well for this potty.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not the best drop. I think it was funny because it's funny because when you mentioned before about when we were grabbing the beer, saying it'll do for this podcast. And I think what we should do is start drinking based on how the team's performing.
100%.
So
okay.
Right now we should be drinking what's below moonshine.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Because that's pretty much where we're at the moment. It is.
Yeah, okay. So we'll upgrade the beers if we start playing really well.
So hopefully we'll be at some top-notch scotch later.
That's right.
Yeah, later on. But yeah, let's...
No offense if you're a fan of Miller's Draft, but
look,
there is better shit out there.
It's not a bad beer, but, there's quite a few that are above it. But look, I mean, let's... where do we start, Doggo?
Where do we start?
Well, let's start with a few things, I guess, that have been out on the AFL page today. I'm sure you've probably seen it.
Haven't seen it. So I'm recovering from 2 night shifts. Bear with me. Fogginess is in.
I love
this beer may
fogginess.
just kick into gear with one beer down and we might be talking shit and slurring my words.
Sounds fantastic. No, so the first thing that came out was it was labelled as player revolt. So supposedly some of the board this is back to the Oscar Allen thing.
Okay, tell me about it.
Some of the board were like, probably should step down as captain to do it. But apparently...
Some of the board were suggesting that.
But apparently Oscar Allen was like, no, I'm not going to because blah, blah, whatever he said. And apparently some of the players were like, no, we want him to stay captain. Like they were not happy with what the board said
vouched
about
for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all I've heard. It was just a quick story. I hadn't read full into it, but I just saw it, had a quick squiz through, and I was like, that's interesting.
Okay. Well, that means that the old school mentality of, a captain doing something like that to his team and, the team being pissed off at him is just bullshit. It's like, it's a modern age and everyone probably does it. Everyone probably does it, and that's why they're like, nah, it's fine because I just did it last week. Like they're all probably thinking the same thing.
Most likely, yeah.
So
that's number one.
Okay.
And number two, so apparently the Eagles have tabled, finally, some offers for Harley Reid.
I have seen that.
Yes. I thought you would have seen that one.
Yeah, I saw that pop up.
So they've...
5-year deal, 2-year deal.
There's a 3, a 5, and the possibility of a 7, and they all have different amounts and everything. What are your thoughts on that? Do you reckon it's the way to go to try and trigger it and lock him in?
You need some extension, like to try and lock him in. The question is really, will he take it? And he's got to be getting offered something similar from a Melbourne team where he lives in his home state. It's a matter of him. I don't know, man. I still don't think he's going to stay. I would love him to stay for another couple of years. If he was to sign on, I reckon he'd do maybe a couple.
Yeah. So he
won't go longer than that because he'd want to see some improvement.
The least they've given him is a 3-year extension. So that'll take him into 2029.
If he's getting $2 million a season for 3 years,
it'll be just less than $2 million.
Yeah.
Apparently, the 5-year is 1.8 a year. The
7-year
is $2 million.
7-year is $2 million. Fucking hell.
Supposedly, Essendon have got a big little war chest in there.
I know.
In their armory, so they can throw a little bit at him. Over how long, I don't know. But supposedly,
that's a hell of an offer, especially for someone who's struggling for form, and we'll get to the game stats in a second.
Yeah. Hasn't been the
guy did quite well on the weekend, but
he did better on the weekend. Yes, he did. But so that's look.
Is he worth $2 million a year already? Probably not. They're all banking on the fact that he's going to be a fucking superstar in 5 to 6 years' time.
And I think he will.
the next Judd in a way. That's what they're banking on.
He's definitely going to be a top 5 player of the competition. I don't see any doubt in that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not been the best start to the year. But look, I'm happy at least there's something out there, and now they can go on. I don't expect him to sign anything this year or just trigger anything straight away. I expect, they said, here's our offer. I expect the year to play out, and then next year it would get interesting.
There's still chances of trades, though, at the end of the year, right? For him, they can still break that 3-year contract. Are you sure? A lot of people still talking about that.
I don't know why people keep talking about it. Rookies in the top 20 have to sign 3-year deals.
Okay.
Top 20 draft picks.
They can't be broken.
Nope.
Money talks.
Money talks, but
Drafts.
yeah,
talk.
I
don't know.
I don't believe. Look,
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess
we're not experts, but from what I believe I've looked into, it is a minimum 3 years for top 20 picks.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because of Jason Hall-Francis, who fucked off straight away. So
fucked it all up. Yeah.
Fucked it all up for everyone else. But for us, it means we get Harley Reid for 3 years. So anyway.
And then, the hope is for in his 3rd year, possibly get a Chad Warner to play with him in the middle, and then there's some sort of upside, and some people might want to actually come and play with Harley Reid, which is awesome. He's a big attraction for the West Coast Eagles for other people to play with him.
Yeah, 100%.
And you need those kind of players. You need them.
I guess
we lose Harley. We lose we're just going to lose so much ability to bring in
pull talent. Yeah. The thing that really sucks at the moment as well is because obviously we traded Barras last year for Hawthorn, but we traded it for their first round pick.
Oh no! And look at Carlton. Like we could have had theirs. I don't know how that worked out, and why the hierarchy of the Eagles thought Hawthorn were going down lower, and that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're just playing too nice ball. That's what it is.
Look, they're not. I mean, no one expected. People expected Hawthorn to do good, but I don't think everyone expected them to be playing how they're playing right now. Like they've turned that list around in 2 years.
Oh no.
So that's Anyway, look. So let's get on to the game, Doggo.
All right.
Initial thoughts, man. Like for me, my initial thought is, I wish we knew the team selections before I did my golden tip.
Yeah, that's thrown everyone off.
Holy shit.
Even the experts, the experts out there, ex-players are just scratching their head going, why the fuck did we drop a Harry Edwards, key defender?
We're already missing McGovern. Let's drop our other key defender, Harry Edwards. Poor young Sandy Brock had an actually good game still.
That's a good one we touch on. We'll have to touch on that.
We'll have to touch on that in a little bit. But and then they dropped, and Hewitt was injured. So they're the 3 they got rid of. Oh, and Ryan? Or was that the week before he was injured?
Liam Ryan wasn't there either.
Yeah. So, we lost a whole bunch of talent and everything, and brought in Clay Hoare, who we said should be getting games, and did okay, and the 3 debutants, Grossbrock and Davies. One was the sub, Davis. So,
it was just setting up for disaster.
I messaged you after that came out.
Fucking Stevie Wonder could see what was going to happen, right? Everyone could see what was going to happen.
Yeah. I gave us, with the team that we were thinking would be playing, we gave us a chance. Oh, maybe it's a 30-point loss, maybe 36-point loss, something like that stuff. As soon as I saw that team, I messaged you and I said, dude, I would have put 100 points in. And they lost by 81. So, it was just, there was.
And you just knew Jesse Hogan was just going to fucking smash it.
Yeah.
With that team, that defense. You just knew it was going to happen. It's almost 10 goals.
And look, respect to the kids.
Just prediction.
He actually played. The thing is, he actually played well, but. I mean, you know,
nothing you can do with that.
You can do with the
supply,
service and supply and everything else. It's just
yeah. And we'll get to him on the rundown, I guess.
So let's do the rundown.
And 80 something points. Fucking hell. We matched them in that third quarter too. That was a good third quarter. We're up and about. We almost beat them in that third quarter as well.
We were right to that last goal. Yeah.
They just had a couple of moments where they went bang, 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 bang. It was like, fuck, where did that come from?
Yeah, we just couldn't stop the run when they got on a run.
Midfield just getting demolished again. Anyway, okay, speaking of midfield, we go the first player on the rundown, Liam Baker, tried his heart out.
Look, this dude has been a great pickup for us.
Yes.
Without
him, I don't know where we'd be.
Oh, shit. He's pretty much taking the Yo role at the moment.
I know.
He's the in and under, he's a grunt. You watch him, he's diving on the ball, trying to flick it on. He's putting his body on the line. Respect to that guy. He's come over. Clearly, him and Graham were mates with Minnie, and we're just like, oh yeah, okay, we'll come over to Eagles with you. And those guys try their hearts out.
They do.
More so than a few seasoned players on our team,
It's
which is
pretty
quite
fucking shit.
pretty
isn't it?
pretty shitty to talk about. But yeah, look, he gets
And he's won like 3 premierships,
Mm,
Bakes.
mhm,
Like,
mhm,
fuck.
mhm.
He could just put the Q on the rack and say, all right, sweet. I'm
yeah,
here
he
for money.
could be
I'm
like,
back
for money,
home.
but he's
Got a name for myself,
yep. But he's
which quite a few vets in our team do that. He could easily do that with 3 premierships. What's he got to bust his ass for like he does?
but he's busting us because he just
And it's so good.
So
Yeah.
good on him. But yeah, I mean, like he was a bit alone in that midfield.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
Dargo will redeemed himself a bit. Still hacks the ball a bit, but
I have a little bit of a bone here.
Okay, here we go.
That very first goal
You'd have to take me back.
that Darcy Jones kicked for them.
Oh, okay. He was smashing us, that Darcy Jones, with the lid,
Mm-hmm.
the kid with the lid.
But you watch that very because he kicked the first goal of the game about a minute into the game. The play started on the wing. He gets the ball, and he handballed.
Dargo never
handballed it
ran
on.
with him.
Duggo ran with him for that, and then he got another ball, handballed it on, and then once he then did that last pass into the 50, Duggo just stopped, and he just ran on, and then then I think he kicked it to Toby Green when the ball came to ground. And because he'd run on, he then got the handball, get the goal, and Duggo's sitting at 50.
Fucking way back, yeah.
That's 1 minute into the game,
Yeah.
and I'm just sort of like,
How does it captain do that as well?
as the captain of the club, after the co-captain during the week's been under fire for all the stuff with the meeting Sam Mitchell crap, this is the time for Duggo to stand up and be like, come
Man.
on, boys, let's fucking go. And then he put in that effort in the first minute. Yes, he did play better overall, but the first minute of the game
That's not a good start.
For me, it was just that was set the tone. It's like,
Yeah. And if the other players or youngsters are looking at that, seeing that happen as well, Duggo's just like way off the ball, like, the fuck? If he's not trying,
why am I?
why the fuck am I busting my ass? And oh, God, okay. And I actually remember seeing a few of those incidences.
Played better, but that incident for me just sort of like, oh, come on.
Fire
man.
up, for fuck's sakes.
Put in that hard yards.
Yep. Set the tone as a captain. But anyway,
Yeah.
Ryan Marrick.
He's playing well.
Yeah,
Like-
I
I can't fault
Fault
him.
him.
Like, ever since he's just gone into basically the Shannon Hearn role almost.
Yeah, I know.
Like, he's taking the kick-ins
Yeah.
and he's got a pretty good kick on
He's
him.
got the skill.
Like, just came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
And, like,
He's got the skill, and I think he's definitely getting the confidence as well. So it's
definitely
really
getting the
good.
confidence. So, yeah, so he's a pass mark, a
Yeah.
huge pass mark. He's
Yep.
a big surprise packet for me for the year. I did not expect.
Brought him into my super coach, actually.
He was a good buy.
round,
He was a
yeah.
very nicely, like,
I think he'll
everyone-
make some money
a lot of people traded him in.
and getting some points. So
Mm-hmm.
fuck BJ Williams, the man, the myth, the man with the I won't say the legend.
No, he's not a legend.
22 hit outs.
Again,
What's his opponent again? What's his opponent's
Briggs.
name?
Kieran Briggs.
So Briggs got 42 hit outs, so he always gets smashed.
Again, got bin in hit outs, but like, what? I don't.
Tries hard.
He tries hard. He does his thing.
That's the thing. He does. He tries hard, and you can see him try really hard, but he's just a big unk.
My thing with that is he tries hard, great, but he's not a ruckman.
No.
Play a ruckman. Like I don't know what is up with Flynn. Like that first game he got towed up, but you look at the Gold Coast when was it? Last week? The week before? It was a week before, and they played Melbourne and belted them. And Witt's towed up Gawn.
Yeah.
And like, let's face it, Gawn is
Premier.
the benchmark for the ruck. So Witts is on fire this season. So I just don't get the Flynn drop at all. Like, he should be back in. Like, that's the only reason I don't like Williams at the moment, because I'm like, well, he's playing that role, but Flynn would play that role just as good as him. So put a recognised ruckman in and play Williams forward. Let him be the
third tour, whatever.
third tall. Having said that, Archie Reid still doing well.
Killing it. Next one is Jack Williams, the other tall forward. Showed heaps of promise once again.
Took a nice little mark, running back, like positioned himself well. Yeah.
Jack Williams, he's just
How many goals did he kick? One, two.
a couple of goals,
Two,
yeah.
yeah, two, yeah.
Like 12 touches, 4 marks, and he pinch hit in the ruck with 8 hit outs. I think he's doing great, man. Why?
Yeah.
He's got to stay in the team, but the problem is when Jake the Snake comes back in, he's probably going to get dropped.
He will probably be first out.
Which is real shit. I almost feel like you've got to drop the captain, and it's not even because of all the bullshit that's going on. It's because of his form,
He's not playing well.
right?
No.
But that probably won't happen. But I need a coach who's going to do shit like that, not be too friendly. And this is the issue I had with the start of the season. I said, what do you think of Minnie? You said, oh, he seems. I said, no. What do you think of him as a person? I said, I'm thinking he's a bit more like Simo, too friendly, too nice, and not enough grunt in him to do the hard things. And it's looking that way again because some of these fucking vets that are just, coasting along the premiership medal and the name are not getting dropped anyway.
Yeah, it is
That's I went on a bit of a tangent there. Harley Reid is the next player.
Yeah, give
25 touches.
I mean,
1 mark, 0 tackles, which is a bit of disappointing. He's not the most defensively minded person. His defense is shit. Honestly, I've watched a few times when he tries to run back as well with people, and he hasn't got the tank and
they were playing
energy to run back and defend hard. He doesn't.
They were playing him in the half.
Yeah.
Back
which was great. We've been calling for that for ages.
Yeah, we were saying let him get his hands on the ball. Got 10 more touches than any game he had this season so far. So at least he's getting the ball. That'll give him the confidence. Like in that last quarter, he went in. He did that huge Donagi. He didn't even try and I did like that one because he didn't even try and sometimes you run and try and avoid and just Donagi's ran. He just ran straight out. He just ran straight at him and just went, "Excuse me, sir." And running towards the 50 and just put the guy on his ass.
The strength for a 19-year-old.
Exactly. But then, maybe he's got that little bit of confidence because he's getting his hands on the ball. He's like, I can go into this. And so good. He got his hands on the ball. No tackles. Like a few more, but and yes, he needs to work on his tank. But let's.
Perfect though. Yeah. Halfback running forward into the centre, trying to get that wicked ball. It was great. I loved seeing it.
He's got a big kick on him as well. He's got a nice boot on him. So leave him there and run him through the middle every now and then. For the next few weeks, that's what we've got to do.
Just pinch hit in the middle in a way. He got the most metres gained in the team, like 580 something.
Yeah, and as a halfback, that's what you want.
Man, that's perfect. Just keep doing that, please. Especially even if Yowi's in there.
That's the a la Dacos, Sheasel. That's what they all did when
they
they
all
started.
did it.
Let him do that
for a bit. And he's gone
bit.
straight into the middle and tried to own that middle. And it's like, I don't know.
Take a step back.
Honestly, I couldn't see a Sheasel or Dacos doing that in their first year and racking up heaps of possessions like they did. No. Jack Graham just fought hard all day, 24-ish touches, something like that. 5 tackles, doing the hard things.
Yeah.
Can't really fault him in a way.
Nothing bad, no.
Ruben Jinby, loving life in defence.
He's one of my favourites at the moment.
Yeah,
Jinby.
Everyone loves him.
He's a big bull.
He's not fancy. He's not cheap.
He's not fancy. He's not cheap. But he just does his role.
He does, man.
He just does his role.
Tom Gross. There we go, a debutant. Yeah, I've been calling for Gross for a long time.
He'd been starring in the waffle, and everyone's like, let's get him in. He came in, did some nice things. Not
fantastic.
Great.
I thought he was great. He looked like he was at home. Like he didn't look out of place. Looked like he had confidence.
Yeah, he wasn't overawed by the situation.
Nah, man. No. I really enjoyed him, and you've got to keep playing him, no matter what. If he has a quiet game next week, fuck that. You keep playing him. Mm-hmm. Get the games into him.
Yeah.
Because there's other people you could drop.
Yeah.
Sandy Brock.
Look, obviously had his colours lowered.
9 goals kicked against him, and he stayed on him the whole time.
Yeah, when 9 goals get kicked against you. But let's face it, Hogan won the Coleman last year. Ever since he's gone back to GWS, he's suddenly just in form. It's unbelievable the form he's in. He's got vice-like hands. He was just plucking mutts over and center. But Brock still played well, though.
I know. That's crazy to say.
That's the thing, because Hogan probably could have kicked 15, but that's how good Brock was. Because he kept him to 9.
It's so weird.
It's a shit way to look at it.
Someone has kicked almost 10 goals on you, and you can say that he played okay. He played all right.
Yeah. It was his, and let's not forget, it's his first game.
First fucking game.
First game, and you're like, hey, go play on the Coleman medal from last year. And have fun, kid. By the way, McGovern and that aren't here to help you either.
And then going back to the point of the coach and the selection committee or whatever it is their plan was for that and how they did not see that happening.
Mind-boggling.
Is fucking mind-boggling when 80-90% of fans could have seen that happening. How the fuck does the coaching staff
Stevie Wonder saw that
see
dude.
That's what I said. I said that earlier.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And I remember the press conference after the little media conference they do, and Minnie said something about he brought up some stats. Oh, we've studied GWS and their ability to mark inside 50, and it's not that good. So that's why we sort of went with that. And I was like, they're just going on little basic stats of previous games and history. And I'm like, man, you've got to put that aside for a second, dear.
And look at the bigger picture, yeah.
A first gamer, only defender.
Yeah, I mean, you hope it doesn't dent his confidence. It didn't look like it did. It looked like he was still going, but like, your first game, you get 9 goals kicked against you, and you're like, oh, fuck, maybe I'm only a waffle player, right? But like, it didn't look like he dented his confidence. Like, he didn't like when he was getting beaten. It didn't like he was like, oh man, I suck or anything. Because that's the thing.
It's hard to tell.
He didn't. So
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. But they zoomed in on him at the end of the game, and he looked a bit fucking distraught and going, oh, I really fucked this up. My first game, kicked 10 goals. I mean, fuck, I'm so dead. Like, that's what I'd be thinking. But then, like, they've got a real job now, the coaching staff, to put their arms around him and just say, look, mate,
you did all right, kid.
Fucking did all right. You couldn't have stopped that. Not like, not even the best fullback could have possibly stopped that. So good on him. I hope he really, it doesn't take it too much to heart.
Too much to heart, yeah.
Jamie Cripper,
look, just
tries hard.
Does what he does.
Couple of goals again.
Yep.
It's not much to say.
He does his
4
role.
tackles, yeah.
He comes in, does his role. You can't ask any more of Cripple.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Always fights. You can never say that he's slack or slacking off, yeah. Tyler Dewar, probably time to have a spell.
Yeah, he looks
14 touches, couple of marks, no tackles.
Yeah, a little bit tired. He looked like he didn't have that spark he had. And when we get on to the possible people coming back this week, he might be wanting to go. But anyway, a bit of a quieter game for him, unfortunately.
Oscar Allen, 8 touches. I'm surprised he got 4 marks.
Yeah, he got a lot of his marks up the ground. Look, you could see for a bit of the game he was clearly trying to impact himself into the game. Like, he was throwing himself in contests. He was throwing himself for the ball.
I've got no doubt that he tries, and there's no doubt that all the players try. Like when people I've probably been guilty of saying it. He's not even fucking trying. Doesn't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they are.
Of course.
And the ball's just not quite sticking or not quite coming to him. But he's struggling, man. He can't even find the fucking ball. He looks sluggish. He looks lethargic. He's just, man, he can hardly jump. Like, I don't know. Like, hey, man, if he wants to go, adios. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool with it.
It's strange because many years ago,
well,
even just a couple of years ago, even last season,
2 years ago, he kicked 50 plus goals.
Yeah, we're like, we've got to keep him. We've got to make sure we don't let him go. But now it's like.
And this is the thing. The Eagles are playing a bit of hardball, which is great. And in the past, we probably would have signed him for 10 years. And then, for who he is. And his body's fucked, just like we did with Yowie and all the other guys. The Eagles probably offered him a way less contract. And he's like, well, fuck, I think I deserve more than that. And that's why he's shopping. So, I mean, good on the Eagles. Good on the Eagles. They probably don't see the value in him as much. They see Jake coming up. Well, that's where we want to put the money. We want to keep Jake.
Yeah. Anyway, but look, you could see him trying. You could actually see him trying. That's what it was for me. Like, he was throwing his body in the contest.
He was.
So you could see that he's like, yeah, you know what, I fucked up.
I know. Yeah, you could see it. Yeah.
So look, not a great game, but he's had worse, which is saying something.
Clay Hall, 16 touches, a tackle.
I'm glad he came back in. He was just a bit
18 touches actually.
Yeah, he was just a bit messy with his disposal efficiency. Like, he's just a bit rushed. But I like him.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be in the team.
Same.
In he's a couple of years in the system now, so
I think you got to keep giving him games.
You got to keep giving him games. Get a game into it.
It's hard when you got some players coming back. It's really hard, but these young guys, man, you got to keep them going.
Yep.
Archer Reed, same as again. Keep him going.
Keep him going. He's pinching in the ruck. He's doing a great.
Fantastic.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah. He looks like he's going to be a really good player.
I reckon he's going to be a bit of a star. Yep.
Once again, another reason I'm happy to say bye-bye to Oscar. Archer Reed.
Develop him a bit more.
You got Reed and fucking, what's his name, Williams up forward.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake Waterman. You don't need Oscar.
Yeah.
We honestly don't.
Heard it here first. Exclusive.
Yeah, that's right. Jaden Hunt. Yeah, tries every game.
Yeah.
Never see him slacking off.
I never see him slacking off, and that's what matters for me. Yeah. So good on him, yeah.
Always struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly ever see Always now. I think I just hardly ever see him. He's got a tough role, I guess, forward, pocket, flank, whatever it is, but not doing enough for me.
I mean, like, you can maybe say they look for others more, but I don't know, make yourself available more. I don't, it's small forward pocket is hard, but It's funny because I think a few other players coming up as well will also
Yeah, I
delve
get
into
you.
that a little bit soon.
I get you. Fuck, look at that. Tim Kelly right down the bottom. There's an interesting chat. What do we do with him?
I brought it up a couple of weeks ago. He does, and when we brought it up, it was that game after the first game we brought it up. Second game against Gold Coast. Was it Gold Coast that second game?
Possibly, yeah.
I'm not sure.
And
but
then Dockers.
Yeah, but his second game was good. You see him try. It's almost like, he does a game and everyone's like, fuck yeah, what a good game. And then he's just ordinary. He's like, like he's not the player we sold the farm for.
No, that's right.
He really isn't. And people defend him, but
just now and then he gets a good game. And
every now and then he gets a good game. But he needs to be like, you look at the thing is, he's a premier midfield, right? That's what we bought him in for.
Mm-hmm.
I could go down the list of every other team. You've got, you've got your Dacos, you've got a Will Day, you've got a Tom Liberatore or a Bontempelli for the Bulldogs, you've got a Zach Merritt for Essendon, Brayshaw Sarong for the Dockers.
Yeah, there's always a premier.
Oliver for Melbourne. I don't know what teams haven't I fucking gone through yet.
And he's the equivalent.
He's the equivalent of those players, and he's nowhere near their level.
Yeah,
and that's what we brought in, and it's to me, it's
and probably gets paid a similar pay packet to some of those guys too. In a way.
That's what I mean. Like he's the premium midfield of our team.
Yeah,
and he's not delivering. Like I don't know what other teams I missed there, but I could easily go through.
Yeah,
Port Adelaide. You've got
They've at least got one premier midfielder.
You've got a Butters and a Rosie from Port Adelaide. You've got a Jordan Dawson for your Adelaide's or a Rankin. You've got all these players that are top notch and get those 20 plus every week, impact the game and stuff, where he just seems to be there. And I've got to. The shit thing is we can't drop him, but at the same time, maybe just fucking drop him for a game and just be like, you're supposed to be good.
I'm pretty sure we can drop him, man.
Like,
especially got the young guys knocking on the door, show
and
way more spirit and passion and pizzazz like a Gross.
Yeah.
First game, he just looked like he belonged, and he looked like he wanted the ball more than a fucking Tim Kelly does.
Yeah.
Like, you can just go by body language, man.
Yeah. And for a lot of the players as well, like especially when the young ones come in, they're going to be eager, but they're playing at levels that's nowhere near this sort of pressure, speed, and all sort of stuff. It will take them time to get in and all that stuff. Kelly's been in the system for a long time, and he's gone
backwards, man.
He's gone backwards.
Way backwards.
Yeah. So
I think you got to give him you have to give him a spell on the waffle.
You got
sort of wakes him up a little bit. Oh shit, I better start fucking pulling my finger out a bit. Like, doesn't it wake you up a bit? You have to do that, man.
You'd fucking hope so, but yeah,
we've got nothing else to lose. It's not like we're going for a premiership or something. Like, who gives a shit? You got to fucking start waking these vets up.
Yeah, so he's on my very disappointed list.
Yeah, man. Everyone's.
Yeah, and it's disappointed is the word I'm using.
Yeah. Good. Brady Hoff
had his colours lowered for one of the first times, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah, he wasn't his best, but I mean,
Toby Green. Toby Green had a fucking killer match.
Yeah,
I didn't realise he kicked 3 goals as well, and then fuck.
Yeah, but the way that when GWS get the ball and the way they moved and the speed they moved it, no one was stopping. I mean,
they're a bloody good team, eh? I wouldn't be surprised if they go all the way this year.
They're top 4 guaranteed.
Yeah,
they're a good team.
I feel like we've versed 3 of the top 4 teams.
We have so far, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like our fucking start of this 25 season has been the best teams.
We've played
including Freo, actually.
We played Gold Coast, Hawthorn? No,
Gold Coast, GWS,
Freo, and
someone else.
Where the fuck was our other game, doggo?
First game of the season was against Gold Coast, wasn't it? Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
I need to now look at it.
Yeah, go find it for me. It's going to do... This is where we are on our show, guys. We're at the stage.
So, first round, we had the Suns. We got slammed. And I think they're going to be top 4.
Yep.
And Brisbane, the premiers.
Oh, Brisbane, yeah.
The fucking... Look at this. This first few rounds has been a hard slog.
We played Gold
Dockers,
Coast,
who are supposed to be like right up there, but we put them back in form.
Yeah.
And then, wow, GWS. Like the first 4, top 4, that could be top 4 right there.
Yeah, you have a look at it. Yeah, so Gold Coast, unbeaten. We lost to GWS, their only loss is to Hawthorn, who are unbeaten, and they only just lost to them in Tasmania, which is their ground, and that was a shit day apparently with wind and everything.
And Brisbane,
the ex-premiers in Brisbane, and Dockers, who were supposed to be a top 4 team.
Fuck, they haven't given us a... Yeah, that's a rough fixture. How did we get that fixture when you think about it?
I've said it to Rob. We always... Because this is what happens with Gold Coast. Every year, the finals bound this year, and they never make finals. And they always start like a house on fire, and we always have them early in the season.
You said that before. This year might be different.
This year might be different because they do look quite good this year. They actually look quite good. But anyway, so we've not played anyone easy yet.
That could potentially, honestly, it'd be interesting. We haven't played Hawks yet, but that's top 5 at least, I reckon, by the end of the season. This would be really interesting to look back on.
Yeah,
first 4 rounds.
Bookmark this bit of the podcast.
Fucking hell.
Revisit it. But look, so
I don't know how we got there. Tom Cole, this is a vet that needs to have a spell.
Yeah, I'm not sorry if he gets a spell.
100%.
Yeah, he's
premiership hero, awesome, but struggling, getting a name on that, getting a game on his name, which I think is just wrong, and Minnie needs to stand up and do something about that. Simo made that mistake big time with all our players.
Yeah.
Nothing else?
Oh, well, no, nothing else at all. Just, agreed.
Tyler Brockman.
And I believe this name straight after him.
Well, Noah Long, so I mean, you can put them together.
They've not shown much.
Long just can't fucking find the ball, man. We have so much hope for little Noah Long, the cute kid, but he can't find the ball. And we all believe he's got this ultimate skill because we've seen little snippets of it, but he can't get the ball. He just doesn't know how to find it.
He's a player I wouldn't mind dropping back. Not because I think he's shit.
Yeah.
I think he needs to go back to get some confidence, take on some jumps in the waffle, kick 4 goals on some idiot, then come back and be like, fuck yeah, this is how I do it, and then he can go. But at the moment, he's a sort of, almost like he's stuck in his own head and he can't get out of that.
I just never see him. I see him once in a game or something.
He was subbed, so...
That's what I'm saying.
It shows you. But yeah,
so bad.
Brockman as well, didn't, I put him in...
4 possessions.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Brockman, he's supposed to be the killer, fucking awesome little small forward, like a Rioli from the days of Hawthorn. That's what I was expecting, to be honest. And even
that's a big benchmark. Let's face it.
Even guys like Dermy, I always remember Dermy saying it. He's going to be one of the best players in the AFL. He always said that.
Yeah, that's true. Dermy did say that. Yeah, but he's not. He's wrong. He's. Again, another player where if he was dropped, I wouldn't lose sleep over it.
Yeah, and there's possessions when they're forward 50 that he has, and you expect him as a little small forward to kick them, and he just misses. He always fucking misses. Jesus Christ, he's frustrating as hell.
Yeah, so, it's up there.
And then Hamish Davis, who came on.
Came on late. I think he got 4
a little
6
bit.
touches.
Yeah,
or
5 touches. Yeah, so
a
couple of marks.
He came on and got as many touches as someone had been on the whole game. So,
I prefer him to play all next week. Play all game.
Yeah. It's funny, actually. I think it was actually even Dermy that said it. Because, someone's like, oh, it's so-and-so debut game this week, and when it's your debut game, your parents flying in and watch the game and stuff. And you start as the sub. Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's your debut game. Watch your kid sit on the bench for 3.5 quarters, come on and get 1 touch. Wow, that was, Can
they get rid of this sub rule already? Why don't you just play 5 on the fucking bench?
Play 5 on the bench.
I don't get it.
I don't understand. Why did the sub rule come in?
Who knows?
Do you remember when
AFL's fucking stupid. Common sense in the hierarchy of AFL, there's none there.
I was thinking about this the other day and I was like, wait, why did it come in? Because it was just you had 4 players. If the guy got injured, you had 3 players.
It'd be tactical sub.
But then they said, but then the reason why they had the sub was because they were like, I think they wanted to get rid of that, I guess you could say that unfairness where it's like, a team loses a player in minute 1, the guy does his ACL or something. Does that?
You got 5 subs and fuck it.
Yeah, but I think that's why they brought the sub player in was because they said,
of course,
when it was just 4 and you had no subs, if a guy did ACL in the first minute, suddenly that team's playing with 3 for the rest of the game. It might not be a true reflection of how the game would have gone because they've got less subs to go through, they've got less rotations and blah 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 and stuff like that. So they brought in the subs. So they brought in the sub because of that reason. If you want a sub, But then what happened was people started to abuse it because remember, I do remember now. So what they did was they brought in injury sub. If a player was injured, you could sub. But then what teams started doing was they were like, my calf's a bit tight.
Yes.
Cool. We'll sub him on.
Oh, that's right.
There we go.
It was an injury sub.
It was an injury sub.
And then they started fucking just pretending there was injuries, and then it suddenly just came to a tactical sub.
And then so suddenly at three-quarter time or start of the fourth quarter, your sub happened to be a runner, like a hunt or someone like that that's a runner. And
that's right.
One of our
pretend
key,
you fucking pulled a hammy or whatever, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm a bit sore, so I'm going to sub in the fresh runner guy. And so teams abuse that. And so they said, okay,
that's right.
Teams can just have a sub and you use it when you want.
Yeah, okay.
There we go, everyone.
Good memory, man.
I needed to jog it. But yes, I agree. Fuck it off and have 5 or go back to 4. Done. Done.
Yeah, good call. Well said.
Yeah, but so that was the game.
That was the game.
And it was not good.
Good rundown, man.
Well,
on to the next segment, I guess.
Oh, yes.
Which I guess could be one of our favourites. Time for the guy that's not playing at all. So here we go.
Sky-high petrol prices. Petrol prices are turning the tide.
Now, Fuel Watch. First petrol prices. Brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
$1.42 in Canning Vale, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly run to Canning Vale, get some nice petrol prices.
That's old petrol watch. But I mean,
does this come into my? Was it the screenshot I took? I might have someone keep going. Yeah, petrol left right out. Oh, petrol! Did you hear about petrol stats on the weekend?
I did not.
Interesting. I got a stat for you.
Oh,
petrol watch, perfect
stats,
opportunity.
Man. Let's go.
I saw that petrol kicked fucking 5 goals in the waffle. 5. That's a lot. And so I seen a lot of chat saying, we got to get him back in, get him back. Then a lot of people saying, oh my God, don't put Petrol back in. He's fucking useless. He's a waffle player for life, blah, 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 blah. So I saw a lot of that chat happening, and that's how I found that he got 5 goals. So there's a chance.
See, that one I missed. Well, when you look at how Long's going, how Bruckman's going, how Owies is going.
Oh, shit. He's coming back. Petrol's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
It'll make next week's Petrol segment very good because at the moment it's just he's not playing and we're usually happy about that. But then having said that, a few of the other small forwards are struggling. So
true. Look,
he's kicked 5 in the waffle. If he does come back in...
You have to reward that shit, don't you?
You sometimes do.
Yeah.
But if he does come back in... I'm not saying kick 5 goals, but...
and even Owies is struggling, so everyone's struggling up there.
Yeah, so I'm not saying come back in and kick 5 goals. I'm saying come back in and... At least get
make an impact.
At least get 15 touches, maybe a goal. Do a Crips.
Yeah,
if you can come in and do a Crips, fine.
Yeah, man. Can we give him the pass every week so we can see the impact he makes?
You can see what Crips does. So that's what he needs to do. Be a Crips.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Exciting times. Watch this space for Petrol Watch next week.
That's Petrol Watch anyway. So
it is time for
find your button. Oh, missed it by that much.
Social media comment of the week.
Nope.
Oh, was there?
It's there. Good. Yeah.
Dickhead comment of the week. Have you got any?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just kick off with mine. A nice... Oh, yeah, we're not mentioning names. That's a bit unfair.
Don't mention names. Don't mention names for Dickhead comment of the week because we don't want to be sued.
No one's suing us, mate. No one watches us in the first place. But
that's because we can't go live.
I just started.
That's because we can't go live yet. Yeah,
Kelly, Tim Kelly. I don't know if you saw that one. Did you? He was loving Kelly and blah, blah, blah. I said, look, Kelly's fucking useless as fuck. He's doing fuck all. Time to drop him, which is what I think 80-90% of the West Coast Eagles fans are saying anyway. And his comment back to me was, Kelly is trying his guts out. He hasn't got much support. Do you know much about footy?
Is he rewatching a Geelong game?
He said, do you know? He says, do you know much about footy? I'm like, anyway, I feel like I do know enough about footy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing a little show like this. I know zero about footy. I said nothing at all. He goes, and his response to that, I was just like,
oh, you're baiting people. Fantastic.
Yeah. And he goes, "Are you a fan?" ? And then I was like, okay, I'm done.
I've tried playing. Yeah.
Get behind the boys. There are too many fair weather supporters out there kicking us when we're down. So this sort of shit, I like it. All right, I'm done. I won't keep going. But, the fact of the matter is he's replying to a someone called West Coast Eagles fan podcast. And he's asking me if I'm a fan, so I was sort of
Yeah, but
done.
people do create meme accounts to
Okay.
just to
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
to annoy people that are fans. But anyway, no, we are fans. We're disappointed fans.
But yeah, go ahead with yours.
So mine. So someone posted earlier on the week. I'm not sure if it was before or after the Eagles game, but it was when Carlton had already played their game.
Okay.
So someone took a photo of Carlton, who at that stage were last
Okay.
because we hadn't played yet. And they were like, at least we're not Carlton. And I'm like, fuck, have you fucking watched our games? Like, and it's funny that that's come up because this week we're playing them. So that comment, I'm going to go back and find it. I'm going to repost it to that person
that's wicked.
and being like, how's this taste if we lose? I hope we win. Don't get me wrong. I want us to goddamn win. But like, when your team is sitting at 18th at about 51%, you can't really bag other teams for like, at least we're not them, because it's like, now, in fairness, more was probably expected of Carlton this year. They were probably expected to be better. And I mean, that's true for a lot of teams. Look at Melbourne. They're doing pretty shit. And that's the thing. But not much was expected of us.
Nah.
So we're doing just as we are supposed to. So by that technicality, yeah, maybe we aren't. It's good we're not Carlton. But when we're still sitting dead last and we look like an absolute
You can't really say anything.
shell of a football team,
Yeah.
you cannot be saying like, at least we're not them. Because, and especially when we're playing that team this week, and unless we see a goddamn vast fucking turn of events, we're losing. So yeah, so I thought that was just like unbelievable. I didn't reply because I'm like, I'm not even gonna. It's not even worth my
You
time.
need to reply on the actual.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Facebook
it's
chat.
not even worth my time.
Okay.
Moving my little thumbs, dude.
That's what I thought after my reply. Okay, so cool. On to the
Super coach.
Super Coach. Okay. I
I
did pretty well. I got a couple of my first wins.
Oh, you had a win. You had a win.
Yep. You didn't know. Fuck. Thanks for looking at my team.
No,
mate.
I just looked where
But,
you were. You were like down in 15th, man.
Yeah. Well, I've lost the first two matches.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. No, I had a win too. A comfy win. I think I scored 19.
I got 2,050 or something.
Oh, let's go, doggo.
It's fucking good.
Who'd you skipper?
Sarong, baby.
Yeah,
150.
same. I had it on Jerry. And I was busy with the wedding
Okay.
on Saturday night, and I was like, oh, and like, I heard he had a little bit of me and niggle and stuff, and I'm like, oh, geez, what if he does? What if he has a bad game? So I thought, I'm going to flip this wrong. The last game was Sunday, and I could sort of then.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did.
Fucking
last
awesome.
minute because, and I was a little bit worried though, because at the start, like one quarter, almost through the full first quarter of Frio's game, he only had like 2 touches.
Wow.
And I was like,
Okay.
oh no, I could have made a bad choice putting on Sarong.
Jeez.
And then I checked it later and I was like, it's okay, he's dominating now. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I was losing all the way through, and I slept through all of Sunday. Finally looked at the score Sunday night. I was like, fuck, 150 odd points. That'll do. That'll get me the win.
Yeah, that's
And it got me quite
yeah,
easy.
no, I had a win. I think out of all of us mates, though, Rob's doing the best. He's sitting 5th at the moment.
Bloody
so,
good. Yeah, him and doing really well.
Jace had a loss. I think Jace is about 9th or 8th now. So Jace dropped a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, Rob's killing it.
Okay, cool.
So he's doing all right. But yeah, not doing too bad.
No, I'm pretty happy with it, even though I lost the first couple.
I think I'm happy with my team now because the start's not been good. But anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, it's getting there. Yeah, brings us to the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's go. Next game, which is the Carlton Blues in Adelaide for Gather round.
For the most stupidest fucking thing I've ever
Yeah, I
heard.
know. $5 actually. That's quite short. And the Blues is $1.17.
Yeah. It's
Well, it's the bottom of the ladder clash. Both teams sitting 0-4. This is maybe our one chance to fucking get a win. We don't play. Oh, I don't know. History's fuck all now because it's a completely different team. I was about to say we don't play too bad in Adelaide, but it's a completely different team.
the 2018 Premiership team didn't
Right.
do bad in Adelaide.
Yeah.
And actually, it didn't. We were good in Adelaide.
Look, I think there's a chance to get an upset here. There's a chance.
As far as chances
You're like,
go,
you just
look,
lost all confidence.
as far as chances go, if we're going to show something, this is when we've got to do it. Kerno is horribly out of form. That's someone we don't want to play into form, which we have habits of doing. We have key forwards usually come to us that aren't doing great, and then we're like, here, kick 6 goals on us.
Who plays on Kerno?
You've got to bring Edwards back in because now Harry Mackay has been out for the Blues because he's had some issues.
They'll probably bring him back now.
He has been
for this
training. He has been training. He's back at training again. So,
We're versing the Eagles. Fucking yeah, chuck him in.
so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in, but he'd have to tick some boxes, whatever. But like, let's face it, Gov's still out for another couple of weeks. You can't put Sandy Brock in again on a player like Curnow, who, when he's up, fucking, he's probably just as good as Hogan. And so you don't want him to suddenly get his tail up and that poor kid get dominated again. Bring in Edwards.
Curnow runs right up to the wing, though. I can't even see Harry Edwards doing something like that unless they have to switch at
So
some
what you do
stage.
is you flick a Marek onto him when he goes for a run,
When
and
he
then when
goes
he
for a
comes
run.
back, flick him back to
Yeah.
an Edwards. But and so does Mackay a bit as well. Like, they both do it. But like, if Mackay comes back in, you've got to bring Edwards back in.
Yeah.
Like, I think we just have to. We cannot go. We can't go with that setup that we did on the weekend and expect different results.
Yep.
That's simple. Even though Curnow is horribly out of form because he had late preseason, he was injured and stuff. His first 2 games haven't been good.
His versus the Eagles, we'll get him back
His
into
versus the
form.
Eagles will help. But there are, so I've heard Liam Ryan
Yes.
is ready to go.
Pretty sure Jake
Kurt
is.
Waterman's ready to go.
Mhm.
Hewitt, touch and go. He had a little niggle, but
Hope so.
I don't know if they'll rush him back in. But apparently Hutchinson's ready to go.
Fuck, see, this is the thing, man. Decent players that should come back in.
Petrocelli kicked 5 on the weekend.
Uh-huh.
So, there could be a few.
Changes.
I count 5 at least.
All them coming in.
Well, I think
At least 4 of them.
if Waterman's over his injury, he's in. If Ryan's fine, he's in. They're both in, guaranteed.
Which is fucked. Is who do you get rid of that forward line?
You've got to drop in Edwards. You just have to. Hewitt, I'm not so sure about, but Hutchinson, I think if he's fit, he comes in, and then. Look, I think you've got to reward Petrocelli as much as it makes me gag on my awesome Miller's beer.
So, yeah, okay. So you probably got to keep Gross in. Like, he has to have another game.
You could possibly drop, like, a Dewar.
Yeah, Dewar's always Hamish.
Always Dave. Dewar, always Brockman.
Noah Long.
Or Long, one of those two.
Yep. There's a few there that could be dropped.
Dewar, possibly.
And they're all forwards.
Oh, well, Dewar's a Hudson's role, so they go like for like.
The wingish, yeah.
You'd go like for like there. Davis, look, he could get dropped.
I mean,
just simply because last in, first out.
I know.
He did nothing wrong, but
no, but it's just
with the
because
other
we need
players
to
coming
make
back,
room. Yeah.
you've got to make room. But you could also drop those other ones we said, like, yeah, so if Edwards
it's
comes...
sad because of, like, Jack Williams.
I mean,
He just needs
had
to
a good
keep fucking
game.
playing.
Yeah, but he
And he'll get dropped because of Snake, and that's the thing. That's what's sad about it.
And that's what's so sad is that I mean, Jake Waterman has to go in. They just won't drop Allen. So it's probably a Williams goes. Actually, you know what? Keep Jack Williams. Fuck it, bring in Flynn and drop Bailey Williams.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
I'd like
of
to see
course.
that. It
But
won't
I don't think
happen,
they will.
but it's
They
what
just-
we'd like to see. Speaking of Backman, what's up with Allen?
Huh?
Bo Allen.
Oh, of course, he's coming back. Surely.
What do you mean back? He's over his illness.
I mean, he's
where-
now over the illness. He's picked up 22 touches in the weekend,
Where is he?
so he's good. He's good to go. You were saying
Sure.
he's still recovering from that 5 kilograms that he lost through being super sick. That's all, man. They like not rushing him.
That's fine.
Making sure he's ready to go.
But fucking bring him in.
100% he's in. That's another player to come in, which is another player to get dropped. So it's a great luxury to have.
It is because that's a lot of star power there that
Yeah.
they bring back in. Unfortunately, probably gonna have to lose a few of the kids.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Davis will go. Look, Allen.
Well, this is the thing. This is where we got to start being harsh on the premiership guys.
Yeah.
Kelly, Cole, fuck them off. Just do it.
Well, you know what? You could probably get rid of Cole for Allen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, perfect.
Dewar goes out for Hutchinson.
Yep.
Because I think he just needs a spell.
Yep.
One of Long, Owies, and Brockman will come out for Ryan
Yes.
and
yep.
Waterman. I'd like to see that.
Perfect.
And then in comes, who was that fifth we said? Maybe you reward Petrol and you drop one of those other Brockman or Long or Owies. So you bring in Ryan and
I think that's a good
Petrocelli,
idea.
drop out two of those
As
three.
much as we don't think Petrol
As much as I think Petrol's
should
gonna do
get,
any good,
but
no.
kicking 5 goals,
you've got to
and I don't
reward-
know how he's been going previously, but
We've always said, look, if they're doing it, reward them. We've said that about the kids as well when the kids were doing good.
he's a constant waffle player, isn't he?
He's a constant disappointment though. But you know what? Reward it. Bring in him and Ryan. Drop 2 out of Owies, Brockman, and
Okay.
Long. That's
Yeah,
that.
has to be Brockman
Allen
and
comes
Long.
in for Cole. Hutchinson comes in for Dewar, and Snake comes in for I don't know, probably a Williams.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately,
It is unfortunate.
that's probably how I
There
can
it
see
is.
happening.
In other words, just put us in the committee, Make us
Put us
the
on committee.
coaches.
Let us do
We'll get the
everything.
boys up and going.
Dog can be the conditioning coach, and
There you
I'll
go.
be the spiritual. No, I don't fucking
Ritual.
know.
Okay.
No, I'll be the
conditioning.
stats man.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can
I
condition
need a
them,
bit
doggo.
more condition.
Yeah. I mean, look. Yeah. So that's
It, man.
That is it. Well, that's not it.
Well, it's time for the golden tip.
Golden tips.
Guys, if you're
Deal.
listening for the first time, we need some golden tips off you. If you want a $30 voucher, if you want to buy a 6-pack of Miller's Genuine Draft, all you got to do is put a little comment below or somewhere in the Facebook saying, hey, I want to do my golden tip. And all you got to do is tip the winner of the game, Carlton versus West Coast Eagles, and a player stat. It's as simple as that.
And a margin on the result, and that's it.
Sure, a margin as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yes, and if you don't want your $30 gift voucher to Dan Murphy's, it'll be a $30 gift voucher to an outlet of your choosing.
That's true. They might not drink beer.
No, you might want, I don't know what,
Ice cream.
Kmart, I don't know, Baskin Robbins, yeah,
Biscuits.
yeah. Oh shit, San Joris.
Hey, Sanchuros.
Yeah,
That's a
now
good
we're
one. $30
talking.
voucher of Sanchuros.
Yeah, I don't know if they do gift vouchers, but we'll just.
I'm
buy something
sure
for
they
you.
do.
We'll Uber Eats something to your house. Who cares? I don't know, but whatever. But like,
There you
point
go.
to the golden tip, guys. Get roughly close with your margin. Get fairly close with your tip. It's coming your way.
That's it, man. Good call.
I mean, and it is hard to do. You've seen us this year. We're not getting close yet.
No. Do you remember what you tipped last week?
I said we'd lose by.
I
you
said
said-
30 odd.
You said 36.
Yeah.
I went 30.
I can't remember my player stat. Why don't we look into this next time so we can remember?
Yeah, we should. And
'Cause
we
I
keep
can't
saying
remember.
We'll write it down, and because we found the pen. but
Yeah,
we've
we
lost,
did,
We've
but
lost
we've
the
got no
notepad.
paper.
Yeah, but anyway, so
We'll remember this time.
we'll remember this time. All right.
Your turn, I think.
It's my turn. It's my
Okay,
turn. it's my
okay.
turn. All right.
Pressure is on, baby. Let's see if we can get one.
I'm going. I have to. Eagles.
Interesting.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to give them a chance.
We're going to get Vossi sacked.
1 goal. We're going to win by 1 solitary goal.
Good game.
6 points.
Good game.
Yep. It's going to be 6 points. And who am I going to give stuff to? You know what? I'm going to give a little bit of a rev up to Kelly.
Okay.
He has to show me something, so he's going to show me something this game by giving me 30 touches.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm putting a lot of pressure on. 30 touches and a disposal efficiency above 75.
Very nice. That's an interesting stat. Okay.
I haven't-
Disposal efficiency.
We haven't done that before because
All right.
I want to see something from him. And so if
That's
he
cool.
gets 30 touches with above 75% efficiency out of the middle, that means we're doing okay. And we might win by that 1 goal.
Okay, cool. I like it. I'm going to say that we will probably bring Carlton back into form. Kerno will probably kick 5 goals. This is just what happens. This is what happens. West Coast Eagles of the last few years bring teams back into form. And we're going to do the same shit for fucking Carlton and Voss. We're going to at least put up a fight. 20-point loss.
Loss.
Yeah. I'm just going to be realistic here, even though my heart really wants them to fucking win them.
I have to admit,
You know?
it hurt me. You know what?
Yeah,
It
of course.
hurt me tipping the Eagles then because I want to win the golden tip.
Oh,
But I just want to.
yeah.
I just want to.
Hurts me tipping
It
against
hurts
them.
me tipping against them. In my tipping competition, I'll tip against them because I want to win money. But
Yeah.
my heart says, "Come on, if we're gonna do it, it has to be now."
I'm also going to do a player stat for Tom Gross to back it up wickedly.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to do like 21, 22 touches.
Holy shit!
Tom
okay.
Gross and kick another goal in his second game. I like him. I like the kid. And there's another young player, Gross and someone else that they should be getting some games. It might bring in the other kid as well. It's on the tip of my tongue. Forgot his name, but anyway, there's my golden tip.
All right,
What do you reckon?
I like it. I reckon it's a good show, and we're done.
We sure are done. And with that, the Winging It soundtrack hits. What a great song it is. Guys, go back, listen to the song entirety. It's just perfect.
It's the epitome of what this show is.
That's exactly right. That's a good word, man.
Well, I'm throwing out some words
How do you
today.
spell that one?
EPITOME.
Oh, is that it? That's pretty easy.
Epitome.
Okay. Epitome, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time,
Till next
get
time,
your epitome on.
for the Oxford Dictionary.
We're out of here.
Have a good night.
Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer. days to every game day high. We break it down, our voices reaching the sky. Not afraid to tell it like it is on the pod. Eagles in our heart, that's the whole squad. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer, grab a beer. From the glory days to every game day high, we break it down, our voices reaching the sky. Not afraid to tell it like it is on the pod. Eagles in our heart, that's the whole squad. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer, grab a beer. Winging it together, grab a beer, grab a beer, grab a beer. Eagles tales, the ups and downs we share. Every play remembered like we were there. Mates on a journey through seasons lost and won. Winging it forever till our races are run. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer.